So I'm very pleased to welcome you to this University of Missouri 57th Annual Medical Alumni Award. And my name is Ted Groshog, and I'm Senior Associate Dean for Alumni Affairs. And so if you know of any alumni that are having affairs, you are, yes, and, I will promise to pass that on to the Dean. I am Director of Pediatric Nephrology and am a 1967 graduate of the University of Missouri. It's a real pleasure for me to be here and to be able to MC this to this occasion. I first have the honor of introducing two people who I've always very much admired, and one is Dr. Thomas Cheek. Dr. Cheek is the president of our Alumni Association. And so, Tom, actually, you can't sit down. You've got to go over here. Okay, sorry. You're not permitted to eat anymore either. Sorry about that. Okay. So, Tom is Chief Medical Officer at LifePoint IPA in Phoenix. That's an independent practice association. Serves 33,000 Medicare Advantage recipients in the greater Phoenix area. Prior to that time, I might say he's a specialist in internal medicine and physician leader as more than 15 years of medical management. Before joining LifePrint, he served as Senior Medical Director at the University of Arizona Health Network and was founding principal for Columbia Health Management in Phoenix, Senior Medical Director of Schaller Anderson, an Aetna company. And prior to those roles, he was Assistant Professor at the MU Medical School in Internal Medicine. So Tom, thank you so much for what you've been doing for the school and what you've been doing for the medical organization. I now next get to introduce Dr. Les Hall. Dr. Hall is the interim dean of the University of Missouri School of Medicine, and he is professor of internal medicine at the medical school. Prior to joining the University of Missouri, he was very active. Since joining the University of Missouri, he's been very active in medical education. He's received numerous awards and is one of the most highly respected teachers that we have in our medical school. He has received awards as an educator, including the Society of Hospital Medicine. I should say he was a hospitalist. Excellence in Teaching Award. Our alumni presented him with an honorary Medical Alumni Award. Dr. Hall focuses on advancing interprofessional education, especially in quality improvement, patient safety, and teamwork. National Center for Interprofessional Practice and Education selected him as one of 16 leaders in the country to serve as inaugural members of the Center's National Advisory Council in 2013. In addition to serving to his duties as dean, he's responsible for university physicians. That's our practice plan. We have 7,700 alumni that he oversees as the dean of the medical school. So, Dr. Hall, thank you for assisting, and thank you for agreeing to be the dean. And let me tell you, having been an associate dean since 1912, I think, I can tell you I know what deans do. I can also tell you that there aren't many people in this room who are willing to do it. So, Dr. Hull, thank you for doing that. So now we'll begin with the awards, and we'll begin our ceremony by presenting our honorary Medical Alumni Awards. And I might say that you're permitted to come here and say a few words. However, if you say more than a few words, then people will start getting up and walking off, and so we'd recommend you not do that. The awards recognize individuals who are not graduates of our medical school, but who have made major contributions to our medical school. The first honorary Medical Alumni Award recipient is Dr. Grace Sun. Dr. Sun is professor of biochemistry at MU. She's scientific director of the Center for Transitional Neurosciences. She received her doctoral degree in biochemistry from Oregon State University, conducted her postdoctoral research with the late Dr. Lloyd Herricks at Cleveland Psychiatric Institute in Ohio. She's renowned for her pioneering work in neurochemistry. She's maintained continuous funding for her research throughout her nearly 40 years in the biochemistry department. And I think you started when you were 14, weren't you? You were 15 years old, Dr. Sun, maybe 16. She maintains a research focus on brain lipids and signaling pathways, relation to aging. And the sooner you can kind of get that solved, I would really appreciate that a lot, Dr. Sun. Particularly interested in neurodegenerative diseases such as Alzheimer's, alcoholism, and stroke. She serves as director of the Alzheimer program. She's published more than 280 original peer-reviewed papers and book chapters, besides training a large number of graduate students. She's also experienced in organizing international symposiums, and there will be one held at MU this year, Advancing Neurosciences at MU, and it will honor Dr. Sun's distinguished career. She's been an active member of a large number of national and international societies, board member of the Mid-Missouri chapter of Alzheimer's Association. A lot of awards for achievement as researcher and as educator, and it is a real pleasure for us to welcome you as an honorary alumna of the University of Missouri.
Well, I'm speechless, and I don't know why I'm here, so I'm very honored to be here, and thank you very much. And I would really like you to come to the June 27 symposium that we have many speakers that are very highly honored people. So please remember, and I think the flyer will be out next week, and I invite every one of you to come to the symposium.
Thank you. Our second honorary medical alumni award recipient is Dr. Jerry Parker. He is Associate Dean for Research and Professor of Physical Medicine and Rehabilitation at MU. He's also the co-director of the MU Institute for Clinical and Translational Sciences and co-principal investigator for the MU Culture Transitional Partnership Program. And that program provides strategic funding to promote commercialization of intellectual property produced by MU faculty. He's a leader in health outcomes, comparative effectiveness research. He's published more than 20 book chapters, more than 70 peer-reviewed publications on these topics. As a researcher, he has maintained continuous and extramural funding for more than 35 years. He currently serves as principal investigator for the Centers of Medicare and Medicaid Services Healthcare Innovation Award. His three-year, $13.2 million project was awarded in June 2012. That's the largest ever grant. That's the largest grant ever received by the MU Medical School. It provides comprehensive health care coordination for Medicare and Medicaid beneficiaries receiving primary care at MU. For nearly 15 years, he was principal investigator and director of the Missouri Arthritis Rehabilitation Research and Training Center. He served on the advisory board for arthritis and musculoskeletal and skin diseases of the National Institutes of Health. A member of the NIH Consensus Panel on Traumatic Brain Injury, also served on the National Peer Review Panel for NIH, National Institute of Disability and Rehabilitation Research, the VA, and the Arthritis Foundation. In 1990, he received a Merit Award from the Arthritis Health Professionals Association. In 2008, Distinguished Service Award for Lifetime Achievement from the National Association of Rehabilitation Research and Training Centers, and he's published with Dr. Esther Thorson in the book, Health Communication in the New Media Landscape. That's a scholarly overview of the use of digital technologies for promoting behavioral change and community engagement. Dr. Parker, please come forward and accept your honorary medical alumni award.
Well, thank you very much for those kind words. It's just been a real pleasure for me over the years to be a part of the School of Medicine. Truly honored by this distinction. We'll cherish it always. Thank you very much for this award and for this lovely event. Thank you.
The next category we have is for Distinguished Service Award, and this recognizes medical alumni who've distinguished themselves through service to others and service to their profession. Our first recipient is actually not here, and that's Dr. Randall Otto, who is a member of the class of 1981. He's professor in Thomas Walthall Fulbray, MD, endowed chair in otolaryngology at the University of Texas Health Sciences Center in San Antonio. Previously served as physician-in-chief of the Cancer Therapy and Research Center in San Antonio. He's on numerous awards, including, well, he's had been a lot of awards. After graduating from medical school, completed internships in pathology, University of Hawaii School of Medicine. Poor guy. I was in Wisconsin, he was in Hawaii. And subsequently, general surgery at the MU School of Medicine. He remained to complete his residency in ENT. He's a member of numerous organizations. Clinical research interests are head and neck oncology. He's been honored many times, including having been selected to AOA, receiving Alumni Merit Award from the Undergraduate College, Presidential Citation Award, and numerous other awards. Dr. Otto, as they say, was unable to attend, but I guess I'm accepting this on his behalf. He's a tremendous man and a wonderful credit to our medical school. So we'll applaud him in absentia. Our next Distinguished Service Award is to Dr. Tim Taft. Tim is a graduate of the class of 1969. He is Max Novich Distinguished Professor of Sports Medicine at the University of North Carolina Medical School. Following his graduation from MU, he completed residency in orthopedic surgery at UNC. He's been an orthopedic surgeon for the Tar Heels ever since that time. He's held numerous national leadership positions in sports medicine, including serving on the board of directors for the American Orthopedic Society for Sports Medicine. He's an examiner for the American Board of Orthopedic Surgery. Serves on the Sports Medicine Advisory Committee for Special Olympics, the North Carolina High School Athletic Association, Special Olympics in North Carolina. He's one of the team physicians for the 1979 USA Pan American Games team, 1980 USA Olympics team, head physician of the 1981 USA World University Games team, been staff physician for Olympic Games in Atlanta, and was the medical director of the Special Olympics World Games in 1999. He served as head physician for Team USA at the Special Olympics World Winter Games in 2011, medical director of the organization's World Summer Games in Athens, Greece. He has served as a team physician for numerous USA national teams, including USA basketball teams, which won the 1986 men's and the 1990 women's World Goodwill Games. I think those were, some of them were men and some of them were women. Yeah, okay, good. For his extensive role in sports and orthopedic medicine, Dr. Taft has been honored with a number of awards, including most recently election to the Hall of Fame of the American Orthopedic Society for Sports Medicine, and that was in 2014, and the Whitfield Baseball Sports Hall of Fame at UNC. He received an Outstanding Service Award from the Orthopedic Society for Sports Medicine in 2005. Tim, please come forward. Actually, you have come forward, and please accept your Distinguished Service Award. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Ted. I promised I would keep these comments under 40 minutes, and he thought that was appropriate. But, you know, we've all seen the photograph of the turtle sitting on top of the fence post, and you know he didn't get there by himself. And I've been fortunate to be surrounded by a bunch of wonderful people that have helped me, not the least of which, and of course the most important of which, is my wife, Judy. Thank you very much.
Our third Distinguished Service Award recipient is Dr. Russell White. Russ is a member of the class of 1974, professor of medicine and orthopedic surgery at the University of Missouri, Kansas City School of Medicine. He's medical director of the Sports Medicine Center at that institution. Following graduation from the MU School of Medicine, he completed residency training in the Department of Family and Community Medicine. He's had a career dedicated to the field of sports medicine, founder and former director of the Sports Medicine Fellowship Program at UMKC and founder and former director of Sports Medicine Fellowship Program at Bayfront Medical Center in St. Petersburg, Florida. Prior to returning to the Kansas City area several years ago, he served on numerous roles supporting athletics in Florida and nationwide. He was crew chief for the United States Olympic Committee from 1996 to 2004, director of medical coverage for the men's NCAA Final Four basketball tournament in 1999, original team physician for the Tampa Bay Rays baseball team from 97 to 2005. I don't think they were doing too well at that time, were they? The rest? No, I think so, yeah, okay. He served as head team... They were healthy, though. But they were healthy. He served as head team physician for the UMKC Division I Intercollegiate Athletic Program for 6 years, most recently as team physician for the Kansas City Chiefs in 2012 and 2013. For more than 25 years, he has served as a leading educator in the areas of sports medicine, diabetes, cardiovascular disease. He's written more than 100 peer-reviewed articles, co-editor of the textbook Exercise Testing for Primary Care and Sports Medicine Physicians. He helped author the American Diabetes Association Consensus Statement on Activity and Exercise in Type 2 Diabetes, and a member of the association's Technical Writing Committee for Exercise and Activity for Type 1 Diabetes. He's received numerous honors, including the Joslin Achievement Award for treatment with insulin for 50 years and the Lilly 50-Year Journey Award. 2002, he was named to the list of the 5 top Florida doctors in sports medicine, received repeated recognition in a list of Kansas City super doctors and Who's Who Registry for Outstanding Professionals, among others. Russ White, please come forward. You are forward, and please accept your distinguished service.
We're getting a heavy hit of sports medicine here, it looks like. I saw that in the program. Well, like the previous speaker, everybody thought I was a doer of deeds, but I consider myself an enabler of others. I would try to get everybody organized, and as a team, we accomplished a lot. So I have to give all my colleagues I've worked with through the years part of the credit for this award. Thank you.
The Outstanding Young Physicians Award is presented to alumni who are 45 years old and younger, and who have distinguished themselves in medicine. This year we recognize 3 physicians who are quickly becoming stars in their fields. Our first Outstanding Young Physician Award recipient is Dr. Adam Whaley Connell. He's a 2004 MU residency graduate. He is Associate Chief of Staff for Research and Development at Truman Veterans Hospital, Associate Professor at the MU Department of Medicine. He received his medical degree from Kansas City University of Medicine and Biosciences. Having served as Chief Resident during his internal medicine residency at MU, he remained in the Division of Nephrology and Hypertension for an additional fellowship and training. In addition to studying under the mentorship of Dr. James Sowers at MU, Dr. Whaley Connell has completed an academic fellowship in MU's Department of Family and Community Medicine and a master's degree in public health and education. His research interest is diabetic kidney disease, brought about his leadership as co-principal investigator of the largest chronic disease cohorts in the world, the Kidney Early Evaluation Program. His work in the lab has helped define the role of a particular hormone system in oxidative stress as it relates to a condition called proteinuria, or excess protein in the urine. Dr. Whaley Connell has conducted seminal research defining the impact of angiotensin II and aldosterone in the development of diabetic kidney disease. He is a recipient of numerous research grants from the NIH, the Department of Veterans Affairs, the National Kidney Foundation, American Society of Nephrology. His research efforts have led to the publication, remember now he's a young guy, over 200 peer-reviewed papers, articles, and book chapters. He's been involved in more than 20 research projects with a focus on cardiovascular disease, diabetes, and other disorders of the kidney. He currently serves on the editorial board of Diabetes, the Clinical Journal of the American Society of Nephrology, Cardiorenal Medicine, American Journal of Nephrology, Diabetes Management, and the Journal of Diabetes and Metabolism. He has served on numerous work groups for the National Kidney Foundation, American Society of Nephrology, American Diabetes Association. He's been recognized with a lot of honors, including the Young Investigators Award from the American Society of Hypertension. He was a recipient of the MU Provost's Outstanding Junior Faculty Research and Creative Activity Award. So, Dr. Connell, please accept your Outstanding Young Physician Award.
Thank you, Ted, for those nice words. So Ted has been a recipient of a number of my lectures and renal grand rounds, and I promise to keep this short. I tend to get a little long-winded for our renal conferences, but thank you. I feel so honored every day to serve this profession and have enjoyed academic medicine to this day. But I couldn't have done this without very good family support. I brought my mom tonight, so Karen Connell, I thank you for coming, and I couldn't have done it without family support. So thank you. Thank you, Ted.
Having been in many conferences with Dr. Whaley Connell, I can assure you that everybody pays attention no matter how long he talks. He's just excellent. Our second Outstanding Young Physician Award is for somebody else. Okay, so as a pediatrician, we love to see our kids grow up, and as a pediatric nephrologist, it's a wonderful thing. And very close to that, or maybe equal to that, is how the pleasure we get as members of the faculty and watching our students. So we have a number of people here who are faculty members. So Dr. Caldwell has seen a lot more than I have. Well, not many more than I have. Maybe 4 or 5 more than I have. But you tend to remember some more than you remember others. And the next recipient is one of the people I remember most. Dr. Dawn Davis is a member of the class of 2000. She's Associate Professor of Pediatrics and Dermatology at Mayo Clinic College of Medicine. After graduating from the MU Medical School, cum laude, Dr. Davis completed a residency in the Department of Pediatric and Adolescent Medicine at Mayo's School of Graduate Medical Education. She went on to serve as chief resident and as a Mayo Foundation Scholar in Pediatric Dermatology at the Mayo Clinic in 2006. She's triple board certified in dermatology, pediatric dermatology, and pediatrics. She has special interest and expertise in sclerosing disorders of the skin, including morphea, genodermatoses, dermatosis of the pregnancy, psychological aspects of skin disease, as well as healthcare management and graduate medical education. Very highly regarded educator, she's presented more than 80 internal lectures, as well as many national and international invited lectures. She's written 35 peer-reviewed publications, 5 book chapters, serves as a panel member and principal author of the Ask Mayo expert function in the Department of Educational Services at Mayo Clinic. She serves as chair of the Clinical Practice, Quality, and Safety Committee for her department. She serves as chair of the Referring Physician Office for Mayo Clinic, Rochester, and the Mayo Foundation, coordinating and handling activities related to partnerships with referring physicians. She's received several honors for her commitment as an educator and a clinician, recipient of the Mayo Clinic's Roy S. Rogers III Excellence in Patient Care Award and the Paul O'Leary Excellence in Clinical Dermatology Award. She's been honored with the Dermatology Young Leader Award from Dermatology Foundation and American Academy of Dermatology Leadership Foreign Award. So Dr. Davis, thank you for all of you've done, and please accept your Outstanding Young Physician Award.
Well, it's such a humbling experience to receive this award, and it means more to me than you'll ever know, especially when it came from my very first PBL mentor, teacher, and med school advisor, and then from my first curriculum director up here on the podium. So I have really good luck and really good taste. I'm very proud to be a Missouri Tiger. I wave my Missouri Tiger tail everywhere I go, and that's no lie. And I just want to say that you can take the girl out of Missouri, but you can't take Missouri out of the girl. So I'm very proud to be here today, and I want to thank Missouri for making me who I am, and my best friend and husband, John, also a Tiger, and my mother, and our daughters, and my mother-in-law because without the Tigers in my family, I wouldn't be here. So thank you.
Our third Outstanding Young Physician Award recipient is Dr. George Thompson. He is a graduate of the class of 2003. He's assistant professor of medicine and co-director of the coccidioidomycosis serology lab at the University of California at Davis. He holds a joint appointment in the departments of medical microbiology and immunology, as well as the division of infectious disease in the Department of Medicine. Following his graduation from the MU Medical School, he served as chief medical resident and completed a fellowship in infectious disease at the University of Texas Health Sciences Center in San Antonio. He then joined University of California Davis School of Medicine in 2009. He specializes in the care of patients with invasive fungal infections, has research interests in fungal diagnostics and host immunogenetics. Current research focuses on the host pathogen interaction of humans and the agent of what's commonly known as valley fever, that is, and Cryptococcus. He serves as co-investigator of NIH-funded study on functional genomic analysis of Cryptococcus. He's published more than 60 articles in peer-reviewed publications. Expertise in the field of medical mycology has made him a frequent presenter at national and international meetings, senior member of the Infectious Disease Society of America Journal Club, serves as managing editor of the IDSA Aspergillosis Guidelines, and serves as associate editor for BMC Infectious Diseases and Infectious Disease News. Dr. Thompson also serves as associate editor for popular mycology site drfungus.org. All right. I want you all to check that out, please. Okay. Dr. Thompson also is a member of the Coccidioidomycosis Study Group Planning Committee and serves as co-chair of Mycosis Study Group Educational Committee. His work has garnered him invitations to serve on multiple committees because of his dealing with fungus infections. Please accept your Outstanding Young Physician Award.
Well, thank you all so much for this tremendous honor. I'll try to be brief and not be offended if you dive under the tables with the sirens going off. But this obviously comes from multiple things. The support of my family I'm extremely grateful for, and multiple mentors, one of which was Adam. I was a medical student under Adam when he was an intern in the infectious disease division, which really got me motivated with this career in mycology from seeing histoplasmosis patients with Dr. Salzer and Roland back then. But thank you all so much. This is really just tremendous, and I'm very, very grateful for this honor. So thank you.
Nothing makes people move more quickly than a siren. It kind of go along. Final award is a Citation of Merit. This is the highest honor presented by the MU School of Medicine to alumni who have performed outstanding work in their fields. This citation award is given to Dr. Robert Phillips. A 1998 residency graduate of MU's Family and Community Medicine, Dr. Phillips is Vice President for Research and Policy at the American Board of Family Medicine. He's also a member of the Institute of Medicine and a professor at Georgetown University and Virginia Commonwealth University. He's well known throughout health policy community as an effective leader, communicator, and investigator. Under his leadership, the Robert Graham Center emerged as an authoritative source of information to guide policy, particularly as it relates to primary care and all of its features that are crucial for improving the cost-effectiveness of health care. He moved to the American Board of Family Medicine in 2012 to contribute to the research base underpinning primary care improvement, to continue as a translator for evidence into policy. He has deep experience in designing and implementing health services research pertinent to policy development. His passion for underserved populations is born of growing up in a rural community, and it was further bolstered by working in an FQHC embedded in a federal housing project. His research and policy experience led to selection by the Secretary of Health and Human Services to serve on the Federated Negotiated Rulemaking Committee for the redesignation of underserved areas. He also served as Vice Chair of the U.S. Council on Graduate Medical Education, continues to advise federal and state governments on health education policy. He's led physician workforce studies for the Agency for Healthcare Research and Quality that produced primary care workforce estimates for the federal government. Recently served as principal investigator on a study of graduate medical education accountability measures. He completed a month-long consultation to the Australian National University and Australian government on data systems they need to implement new geographically organized population health systems, and was a Fulbright specialist in the Netherlands in 2012. He consulted on general practice research and policy. He's a graduate of the Missouri University of Science and Technology and the University of Florida College of Medicine. During his time at AMU, he was a recipient of the Hugh E. Stevenson Jr. MD Helpful Elephant Award. Dr. Phillips, your lasting contributions and innovation in the field of health policy serve as an example of excellence for our School of Medicine students, faculty members, and alumni. Please accept our highest honor, the Citation of Merit.
Well, I want to thank the Alumni Association for this award. I also want to thank three people in three groups. The Family Medicine Department, and particularly Jack Colwell and Erica Ringdahl, and Bernard Wigman and Jerry Perkoff, who gave me incredible latitude during my residency training and during my fellowship to explore ways to develop leadership and to develop health services research training. Hugh Stevenson in memoriam. Hugh was an incredible mentor for me, and just a gentleman, a man who did not see age as an impediment for helping coach people to become the leaders that he saw in them. And then finally, my wife, Dr. Catherine Phillips, who I met in the first week of our school at what was University of Missouri-Rolla at the time, and who is the far smarter of the pair of us, and obviously the more humble of the two. Thank you very much.
So, congratulations again to all of our recipients, and thank you to the fellow alumni and supporters who've joined us this evening. For those of you who are attending the Board of Governors meeting tomorrow morning, the event will be held at 6:30 a.m. in the Renaissance Hotel at the Gatwick Room, and that's Suites A and B. Also, we have a very popular alumni reception that's tomorrow night at 5:30, and that's also in the Renaissance at the Lambert Suites C and D. I want to note that the Alumni Office has nomination material available for anyone interested in helping us recognize more outstanding alumni and supporters at our alumni ceremony next year. Finally, I would like to thank all of the people in the Alumni Office and in communications, and would you folks please stand up? Rich is already doing that. Thank you for setting this up, you guys. I don't think you have any idea for how much work and how much effort it takes. We hope to see you at MU for homecoming in the weekend of October 24th and 25th, and I only have one more thing to say, M-I-Z-Z-O-U. Thank you, guys.